My name is Leif Welch. I'm the founder and CEO of JamLoop. JamLoop is an advertising platform that delivers ads on video content and television content. As an entrepreneur, the first goal, of course, is to figure out how to generate some revenue. And we were fortunate enough to do that early on. And I found that I was spending time working on, paperwork and doing things that I didn't necessarily think would drive revenue directly. Escalon provides accounting services right now, and we just added on the HR and benefits component. We're also exploring having Escalon do our tax accounting as well. Well, my initial reaction was, wow, these guys are really comprehensive. They were asking me a lot of questions. They were walking me through a lot of functions, some things that I hadn't even really thought about. So I think it was good. I felt this is comprehensive. I'm probably getting a lot more than I realized I needed. Well, what I really liked about Escalon is they had everything set up in a very modular way. So I didn't feel like I had to make a big commitment for everything up front. I was able to test drive, certain functions starting with accounting. And then once I liked that, I thought, okay, I can expand into other services. And that's really the way it's worked out. The other thing that I really, really appreciate about Escalon is they have done a great job of packaging up best of breed software services in the cloud, and they're presenting that to me. So I don't need to find all of these different point solutions. They basically go out, find the best providers, and make it available to me and set it all up and operate it so I don't need to think about it. Well, first and foremost, I am saving a lot of time. I am able to focus on the core business that we're trying to develop. But I think there are two other components that I think about. Number one is Escalon is bringing me some expertise that I know I don't have in-house. So I feel like I can rely on them to provide the expertise that I really should have without having to spend the money. What I really, really appreciate is everything is real time and it's in the cloud. And so I know that when I show up to work the next day, all of the books, all of the systems are going to be updated to the latest information, and that allows me to feel confident when I'm sharing that information with potential investors, potential clients, that everything is up to date, there's a lot of quality, it's accurate. Well, it's difficult to put a real ROI calculation on it, but what I do know is that prior to working with Escalon, I had experimented with hiring some people part-time in-house, and they were quite a bit more expensive. They were probably double the price, and I know I wasn't getting nearly the comprehensive service that I'm getting now. So based on that alone, I know that I'm saving money. Now, I also know that I'm getting all kinds of additional value that I hadn't really thought about. It's a case of you don't know what you don't know until you work with real experts. So I think initially I was looking at Escalon as a vendor where it's processes that I can just hand off and I don't need to think about. But as we are working more closely together, as Escalon is understanding our business a little bit better, we are now starting to work in a bit more strategic way. I'm getting some advice on the accounting and kind of laying out some of the business objectives that we need to achieve over the next, let's say, 6 or 12 months, and incorporating that into how we're running the business. And so I think it is more and more impacting strategically the way we operate our business. Yeah, I actually have recommended Escalon several times. So I think it's all about timing. And you don't want to get too fancy too fast if you're starting a company. You want to focus on just generating that first set of revenue. But once you have that in place, then it's time to bring someone else in who can help support with your infrastructure, and you do it in a way that doesn't break the bank, that's smart. And so I think, one thing that was nice is we were able to start very, very small with Escalon, and then they grew with us as we grew. So I didn't feel like it was a huge commitment up front. I was able to experiment for a couple of months. I liked what I saw, and we expanded the relationship from there. And that's the best way. Any entrepreneur is going to want to start small, test it out, and then if it works, you keep going.